Hello. The last video ended rather abruptly as my tablets ran out of memory. So I had to upload a load to YouTube and then delete them, and then here we are again. Right, G. What was I talking about, G? Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. I like it. There's Gandalf on a gantry. Tenuous. And the Get Along Gang. I never used to watch the Get Along Gang. I was more of a Wuzzles person myself. That should say more about me than I'd care to mention. I don't know any of those names. That guy's a moose, and that cheerleader girl is a dog of some sort. I was really reaching for things, but I quite like how tiny they are compared to Gypsy Danger. As it should be. You know, a moose is smaller than a massive robot. There's no getting away from it. This is a beekeeper. I'm covered in bees. I like Eddie Izzard. I'm not going to turn it around, as I've said in previous videos, because I'm quite comfortable as I am at the moment. Yeah, beekeeper running away, chased with bees, day 37. You might notice that some days do skip along and disappear because, as I mentioned in the first video, there's a lot of pictures that I've given away or I did on a canvas somewhere else. So they're not actually in the sketchbook. You could play bingo with it and work out what numbers aren't actually here if you have nothing else to do. In which case I'd say go to the pub and do something more interesting. H of the alphabet. H. Hellboy, Hermione, the Honey Monster, and Hogwarts in the background. Normally it's four disparate things, but it sort of connects, obviously. Harry Potter. I could have had Harry Potter on there, but I went with Hermione instead because I wanted a female girl. A female girl as opposed to a male girl. Hellboy, the hand's good. The hand's good. Chest is good. Face isn't so good. He looks like he's got guy liner on. He looks like he should be in My Chemical Romance or something, smoking a cigar. And with Star of David, Yin Yang, and the crucifix on there, because you know he fights all those things. If you haven't read any Hellboy, you should read some Hellboy. Don't just watch the films. The comics are much better. Actually, no, that's a bold statement, really, isn't it? I think Ron Perlman looks exactly like Hellboy, whether he's got makeup on or not. So that's a good one, I think. Honey Monster. Ask your parents about the Honey Monster. He was a thing. Advertising cereal. Day 38. Day 39. This is my cat, Mitch. Never had cats. I used to live next door to a load of cats. I used to live next door to 2 cats. And I very much enjoyed them when they came into the garden. But I've never been interested in having a cat. I did not do this from life, because if you try and get a cat to stay still long enough to draw it, you're just opening yourself up to mental hardship. So I took a picture of him. He's a lot hairier now because he's got his winter coat on, but during the summer, we're just drowning in white hair. And I've got quite a lot of black t-shirts, so we don't really get on very well in summer. That's a lie. He's fine all year round. It's just, you know, white hair, black jeans, black t-shirt don't go very well. I quite like his profile there, though. He kind of looks like some sort of neo-Japanese sort of manga cartoon stuff, and the spiky just the barest sort of colours. I didn't really want to put too much detail on him because he is just black and white. His mighty Victorian sideburns. You mean alive? I say so. That was almost Winter Davis. Moving on. 39. This obviously wasn't going anywhere. I think I just hit a point where I was... Although the sideburns might have been inspired by Mitch's sideburns, I might have gone, let's do some more sideburn action. That obviously didn't work. But, like I keep saying, 150 pages in this sketchbook. What's one little page of finagling when you can just crack on with things like this? Day 41, we went to Avebury, which is in Wiltshire, which is sort of like, I was going to say a poor man's Stonehenge, but it's not actually, is it? Because I prefer Avebury. I prefer wandering around there. It's more spread out, and people do go there for the solstices, solstice, the winter and the summer solstice. Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really sunny day, and it was nice. And so I thought I'd come back and draw some of them. That kind of looks like a bunny going, oh, with his ears and stuff going on. Day 41. Day 42, no, day 45. Okay, that was a big leap. There must be loads of other stuff hanging about somewhere on separate bits of paper. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is my all-time favourite thing. I like Doctor Who, I like Star Wars, and I do like Transformers. I like all sorts of science fiction things, but if you were to ask me what's my all-time favourite, it would have to be The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I remember watching the TV series when I was a little kid. I had a black and white telly in my bedroom. Christ, that makes me sound old. I had a black and white telly in my bedroom, and I used to watch it all the time when it was on telly. And the telly had a twiddly knob. You couldn't just like push buttons to change the channel or like remote control or anything like that. You went da 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 1, da 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 3, da 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 2, and it was on BBC Two with Simon Jones and Peter Jones and Mark Wing Davey, and I can't remember anyone else. Sandra Dickinson was in it, and this is my take on that because it's kind of the perfect book. Sort of, Ford Prefect was my idol when I was growing up because he was just like pretending to be quite together and in charge of everything, whereas actually he's just making it up as he goes along. And that's kind of what I do as well. So maybe he just inspired me, but probably inspired me in the wrong direction for my slack ability. The sunglasses that turn completely black whenever there's danger around. I can't quite remember the name of it. Pangalactic Gargle Blasters. Don't panic. There's Trillium with her mice. Always know where your towel is. Marvin. And yeah, the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation robot. For some reason, Ford Prefect's got a Blue Peter badge. Don't know why. That's my old school tie. But then a lot of school ties were just stripes, weren't they? So I can't really claim that as my own, but that's what I based it on. And I really like Ford's bag. It's cool. Day 42. That's me. Ish. 2018 was when I turned 42. Now, day 42 was meant to be the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because of 42, but I did it and really liked it, so I did it the day before. No, hang on a minute. No, anyway. So 42 was me turning 42. Don't panic, Dalek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Chewie. There's a hare. When I'm not doing cartoons of myself screaming at a Dalek, I do a lot of animal portraits. That's actually my pencil. That's actually a pen. And I do have that mug as well. I don't have that t-shirt though. But, like I mentioned earlier on, black t-shirts. I've got quite a lot of black t-shirts. Works well for me because I'm as pale as the morning, and black sort of brings out my paleness. I don't know why I'm saying that. I, from the alphabet. I wish that wasn't there. Please take that out. Please ignore that. That is probably the best ever Indiana Jones that I've ever drawn. Look at his face. Hey, look at his face. And look at the thing. The fertility idol from off of the beginning when he's being chased by the big Baal. Iron Giant, always cry. You're dead inside unless you cry at the Iron Giant. Superman. Vin Diesel doing that voice as a warm-up before he did Groot. Invisible Woman. Sue Storm. Doesn't begin with I, but Invisible does. So I'm going with that. Isengard. It's not really Isengard. I think the tower's called something else. The region that it's in is Isengard or some bullshit like that. So that's why I don't like that, and I'd like that to be out of there, please. But you can't think about it. You've got to go forwards, one day at a time. Sweet Jesus. Day 46, Hong Kong Phooey. He's a #1 super guy. Mike Marsland suggested that one. It's all right. That's just basically copying a picture off Google. Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah, moving on. This one, day 47, is a cuttlefish. Now, I really like cuttlefish. It's not meant to look that. It's that if you can turn your phone or other tablet device the other way around and look at it with that up the top. Anyway, but it looks pretty cool like that, doesn't it? It looks like it's got hair coming up, and there's his eye, and his mouth might not even have a mouth. Maybe that's his mouth. But no, turn it the other way around, and it's going that way. Oh no, they go that way, don't they? It doesn't matter. It's a cuttlefish, and if you've seen the film Monsters, they based the monsters in Monsters on cuttlefish, but they're huge and weird, and it's a weird film. That it's worth it though. That's a bunny. That's day 48. That is daughter number one's favourite bunny. The ears coming apart. That should be sewn up together. And he's had some pretty rough times, actually, that bunny. He's been dropped on the street and stuff's happened, and you know, but he's always made his way back. In fact, I think this might be girl bunny. There's a girl bunny, there's a boy bunny, there's a mega bunny, there's loads of bunnies. Number one loves the bunnies. This is from the teaser at the end of Avengers Infinity War. So it must have been around the time that was released then. Day 49. I really like that. I like gadgets. I like drawing gadgets and things, and I used to do technical drawing quite a lot, and being able to copy something or draw it out with all sort of niggles and things. There's some more stuff coming up later on with even more buttons and twiddles and stuff like that. I really enjoy drawing things like that. There's the red pen coming in again. There was red pen on Bunny as well. I could do full colour, but I'm not really, my colour theory is not really ingrained in me. I should have done more at college towards my colour theory, but I was doing quite a lot of black and white stuff, and pen and ink drawings rather than big full colour things. So if I'd put more colour on this or any of the other ones like that, I would personally be looking at it and not really enjoying it that much, whereas just like a little splash of colour, red being the colour, I think it brings out some things. Day 49. Day 50 should be here, and day 50 is the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. All of it, all of them, all the characters, villains. Well, not all of them. That's a rampant over exaggeration. Yeah, that can be seen elsewhere in things. This is a rhinoceros. Day 41. Day 50 really took it out of me because it's a massive drawing of all the Marvel characters. So yeah, turn my brain off and just draw something from a Google image search. Not sure why this horn here seems to be on top of that horn. It should be connected. That line shouldn't really go up there, or this should be started. There's something about that looks a bit bullshitty. But look at his little beard. Who knew? Who knew that they were so hairy on the ends of their ears and under there? Very much like me. I've noticed that my ears are getting incredibly hairy on top. Not sure what that is preparing me for in later life. It's my living room. Again, I'm not going to turn it around, but imagine your head is on the other way around at 90 degrees and you can see what's going on. Ugh, television, lamp, armchair, there's the door into the kitchen, bookshelf full of DVDs and stuff, door. That's the cupboard with all of my Doctor Who toys in. Toys? Well, yeah, they are toys, aren't they? Some pictures, and that's a weird cutout in our living room. There's some photographs of the family. Scratching post for Mitch, previously mentioned in this very video. Yeah, I've done something along the lines of this in pretty much every house that I've lived in, either a bedroom or a living room or something like that. Yeah, and really good. Again, it's another thing of just sort of like planning out where everything goes and trying to make it fit. So like there's one wall There's another wall, and that should be the same size as that wall, because that's the wall that's opposite that, and this is the wall that's opposite that. So if you cut these out and then fold, and then fold, and then stick them together, you'd be able to make a diorama of my living room. Why would you want to do that? No one in their right mind would want to make a diorama of my living room. Cut out and keep. No, thank you. Day 53. I think this is going to be the last one for now. Towel Day. It must have been Douglas Adams' birthday. Do you know where your towel is? I won't keep harping on about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it is a big part. And I do know where my towel is. And that'll do, I reckon. Okay, day 53. Join me next time when we'll be doing some more of this with more of that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.